thinking about moving to the South Bay and Redondo Beach is on your list, there's something you need to understand first. Redondo is not Manhattan Beach life. It's not Hermosa with better parking, and it's definitely not Palos Verdes by the water. It sits in its own lane, and the buyers who understand that tend to be very happy here. The ones who don't, they usually realize it after closing. This matters because once you buy at coastal California price points, switching cities isn't usually that easy, and it's expensive. So let's walk through the real pros and cons of living here in Redondo Beach, clearly, honestly, and without the hype. By the end, you'll know whether this city fits your real life or just sounds good on paper. Hey guys, I'm Lucy Salem, your local real estate agent here in the South Bay of Los Angeles. And I am so excited for today's topic. We are going to be talking about all the pros and cons about living here in the Redondo Beach area. We're going to cover it all, why people love it and why they might quickly regret it. But before we get to it, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more real estate tips, tricks, and information about the local market here in the South Bay of Los Angeles. Okay, let's get to it. Pro number one is price to space ratio. They are definitely better than the other cities. Redondo Beach generally offers more square footage for the price compared to Manhattan Beach and often more flexibility than maybe even Hermosa Beach. If you're relocating from, let's say, Texas, Arizona, or even the East Coast, space shock is real. Coastal Southern California is dense. Redondo Beach softens that adjustment. Who it really impacts are families with young kiddos, buyers who work from home, move-up buyers priced out of Manhattan Beach or even maybe Hermosa Beach, and anyone prioritizing a garage, storage, or a small yard. You're getting more space, but not necessarily the same prestige or walk-to-everything lifestyle as maybe Manhattan's sand section would offer you. Redondo has strong pockets. Block by block by block is different, and it matters more than Manhattan Beach. A family relocating from, let's say, Denver may compare a $3 million Manhattan Beach home at 2,000 square feet to a $2.4 million Redondo home closer to 2,800 square feet. That extra bedroom becomes the office and slightly larger yard becomes usable. The monthly payment feels more balanced here in Redondo Beach. Redondo gives you breathing room, but you trade some of the brand recognition and hyper walkability than you do in the other two beach cities. Okay, pro number two is distinct micro lifestyle, North Redondo versus South Redondo. Redondo is really two different experiences. You have North Redondo and then you also have South Redondo. Your daily rhythm changes dramatically here, depending on which side you choose. So who this might impact is remote workers, school-focused families, beach lifestyle buyers, and then also commuters. North Redondo is the best beach city in Redondo for commutes. It's better than Manhattan and Hermosa Beach. So if that's important to you, definitely take a look at it. It's more suburban feel too. Many homes are townhomes or detached two-on-a-lot properties. Commute access is often easier, and South Redondo feels more coastal. It's closer to the Riviera Village, the Esplanade, and beach access, more walkability, and more charm. South Redondo commands higher pricing and can have older housing stock too. North Redondo gives value but less beach town charm. If nightlife matters to you, neither will really feel like Santa Monica. But South Redondo has pockets of energy near the Riviera that might suit your needs. If you have young kiddos and want proximity to parks and neighborhoods, North Redondo may feel a little bit easier. If you want sunset walks nightly, South Redondo aligns better for that. Redondo is not one city experience. Choosing the wrong side creates friction. Okay, pro number three is the school districts. Redondo Beach Unified is a strong draw for a lot of families that are moving here to Redondo Beach. Schools directly impact long-term resale and buyer demand. So who this might impact is relocating families, buyers planning 7 to 10 plus year holds on properties, anyone thinking about property value protection as well. School ratings are strong here in Redondo Beach, but Manhattan Beach Unified often carries a more prestige premium. That perception impacts pricing. If you're hyper-focused on school rankings and positioning alone, Manhattan may edge out. If you want strong schools without the same price ceiling for homes, Redondo does become a very compelling school district. A relocating family from, let's say, Illinois, comparing school districts, may find Redondo provides strong academics while keeping their purchase price several hundred to $1,000 lower than the other beach cities. Strong schools, slightly less prestige premium, often better value though. Okay, let's talk about the cons. Con number one, walkability is pocket specific. Not all Redondo is walkable. Some buyers move here expecting to live on foot daily, and that's not always realistic. So who this might impact would be buyers relocating from dense urban environments, those used to maybe that Santa Monica style lifestyle, young professionals who are desperately want that morning coffee that they can walk to. If you're not west of PCH in the South Redondo area, daily walkability may require driving. If you're relocating from, let's say, New York or Chicago and expect vibrant corner culture, parts of Redondo will feel a lot quieter. A couple who prioritizes walking to coffee, dinner, and beach might feel isolated in North Redondo. If they didn't understand the layout beforehand, that might happen. Some areas walk beautifully here in Redondo. Others are drive first. So you just need to know the pockets and educate. Okay, con number two, housing stock variability. Redondo has a mix of original homes, 80s remodels, new builds, and 2 on-a-lot homes. So the architectural consistency is not as tight as, let's say, Manhattan Beach is. So who this might impact is design-sensitive buyers, luxury buyers above $4 million, and buyers expecting maybe more uniform or streetscapes design. So you may find incredible value, but you'll need to sort carefully. Streets can vary widely in aesthetic. If you're expecting Palos Verdes style estate, cohesive like parts of the Palos Verdes estate, that's not Redondo's lane. One block may have 3 new coastal modern builds. The next may have an original 1950s bungalow style property. That affects both feel and resale perception. More variety, more due diligence requires them. Okay, con number 3 is prestige perception. We know it. Manhattan Beach carries a stronger national luxury brand. So for some buyers, perception and signaling that really does matter. So who this might impact are luxury relocation buyers, executives concerned about resale positioning, and buyers comparing, let's say, Westside LA to other areas in Los Angeles. Redondo prioritizes livability over status signaling. If you're relocating from high-end suburbs where prestige is central to your decision, you may lean more towards Manhattan Beach. If you care more about functionality living than your brand, Redondo often wins the race. A dual income tech couple may realize they'd rather have the extra office and lower monthly burn in Redondo than stretch financially for maybe a Manhattan Beach address. It just all depends on the buyer. Less status premium, often more practicality. Okay, let's recap. So if you work from home, Redondo space helps. If you have young kiddos, the neighborhood pockets feel grounded and manageable. If nightlife matters to you, you may feel calmer here than expected. If you're relocating from a land-heavy market, Redondo eases the density transition. But if your identity is tied to saying Manhattan Beach, this won't scratch that itch for you. That's the honest conversation. Who thrives in Redondo Beach is families wanting balance. Buyers priced out of Manhattan Beach and also Hermosa Beach. Remote professionals, long-term holders focused on lifestyle over flash. So who might regret it? Prestige first luxury buyers. Buyers wanting ultra consistent architecture. People needing daily walkability. Those expecting vibrant nightlife energy as well. Redondo Beach is often the most rational decision here in the South Bay. Not the flashiest, not the trendiest, but often the most balanced. And balance tends to age very well. If you're relocating and trying to decide between Manhattan, Hermosa, Torrance, Redondo, Palos Verdes, the right choice really does depend entirely on how you actually live, not what it actually sounds like. So if you want help comparing these micro neighborhoods within these bigger cities, I would love to sit down with you and talk about your budget, your commute, your job, your lifestyle, so we can find the best cities that fit your needs. That conversation is where truly clarity happens. So thank you so much for joining today's video on the pros and cons about living here in Redondo Beach. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more about the South Bay, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video.